Um, Hi everyone, my name is Kadi. Some of you we have already met, but hello everyone. And it's nice to see you, and I hope everyone is well. And I'm here today together with my colleague, who himself is a fire investigator, Aivar Kukk, and he's currently waving. We are very glad to make the presentation, and I will now give words to my colleague, Aivar Kukk.
Can everybody hear me? So, my name is Aivar Kukk, as Kadi said, and I am a fire investigator. I started the job in 2040, so some years of knowledge I have. With some of you, we have met in Czech Republic in 2080, so my face is probably somehow recognizable. So, I'll try to start with the presentation. Can it be seen? Since I don't see your faces anymore, can someone please say if you can see the presentation or not?
I can't actually, not yet.
Oh, that's nice to know.
I cannot either. Oh.
Okay, can someone advise me? Let's try it this way. How about now?
Yes.
Yes, that's better.
See? So, I'm telling you about the gardening farm fire that happened on the 1st January in 2019. So a little bit about the building itself. It's a gardening farm, specific gardening farm is one of the oldest and biggest horticultural buildings in Estonia. As you can see from the picture, it has many plants and flowers, and it is a magnificent building. It's been working since 1989, and the size is almost 20,000 square meters. So, on New Year's Eve, while everyone else was celebrating the New Year 2019, our Estonian Emergency Response Center got a call at 12:18, and the call was like that. A greenhouse is on fire. On the other side, there are different shops. Fire spreads rapidly. Already 5 built together greenhouses are on fire. Fire started from a firework. Already the 6th built together greenhouse caught fire. And that is the precise text the first announcer told on the phone. Also, several more calls came in with the similar announcements. One of the witnesses made a picture with his phone that can be seen in here. So a fire is already started. Arriving at the scene, on this night, I arrived to the scene at 1:30 a.m. My presence actually was there necessary because of different logistics. So at this night, I wasn't there as a fire investigator, I was doing logistics. There were already 8 fire engines, 5 tanker trucks, ladder truck, leading vehicle, and some more special machinery on the scene already. While I was doing my logistics, I could also take a glimpse at the fire. I could see where it has spread it, what's the amount of it, and what was happening there. The incident commander did not allow anybody into the building since there was glass shattering and falling from the roof and also from the walls. Therefore, the firefighters could only limit the spread of fire into the flower shops. I'll take you back to 2 slides. If you can see my mouse here, you probably can't for some reason. Now it can. Here are the shops, and here is mostly the gardening farm where the plants and flowers were. So this whole side of it was on fire. The next morning, on 1st January 2019 midday, I went to the scene now as a fire investigator, and from the below pictures you can see the site was very sad. There were different kinds of curtains hanging around, there are burned materials, and all the metal constructions where formerly were plants growing, now there were just dust everywhere. What I found out the first time I was there, the fire did most damage to the parts where different flowers grew. So the spread of the fire was held back luckily to the shops. Owner said that the company was insured. It was a smart move, of course, considering the amount of building it is and the amount of plants it had. Owner also said that the fire spread around the growing area so rapidly because of the special curtains on the ceiling, but on his knowledge they should have been fireproof, the curtains. The purpose of the curtains was that one of them had to ensure thermal insulation. That means that the temperature in the building had to stay in a specific value, and the other curtain had to block intensive sunlight. Otherwise, we couldn't investigate more that day because the scene was still dangerous. There was still glass falling down, and between the metal constructions there wasn't very much room to operate. But we managed to give the owner some tasks, for example, to find out any certificates about the curtains, to find out what's the amount of damage, and so on. Meanwhile, owner sent me the curtain certificates, from which turned out that their reaction to fire classification was BS1 D0. That means that material is flammable, but no falling drops or pieces. I also spoke to witnesses. I got the pictures.
Javier, just stop a moment. Can you please lean back for a little, because we understand you much better if you're not close to the mic. Yeah, that's better. And speak like this, because we understand much better. Like
Okay. It was too loud. I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I spoke to witnesses. They gave me the pictures. They gave me the guesses what may have happened, and all sorts of other information that may have some value. I spoke to the police if they are going to start some proceedings like misdemeanor, but they still weren't sure since there wasn't any person that we knew that may have fired the fireworks and so on. And since there were several thoughts that the fire might have started from fireworks, more specifically from a signal rocket, then I did a lot of research on that topic. And there is a picture about the signal rockets and its components. Mostly I got the information from Estonian Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit, EOD, and they said that there are outer shells like shown in here. There is an inner sleeve, there is figures, there is a charge plus the glowing package, there is a parachute chain, there is a parachute. They mostly tie up to 300 meters, some less, very few, maybe a bit more. Their burning time is up to 1 minute. Burning temperature is up to 1500 degrees Celsius. And after using the inner sleeve and parachute chain, it will be somewhere on that case. The hypothesis with old signal rockets, the charge here can burn in the inner sleeve a little bit uneven, as shown here in this picture. That the flames can burst out from one hole a little bit more intensive than from other, and that may let them fly an unexpected trajectory. So witnesses pointed out the shooting place, maybe you can see it from here, and pointed out the place where the fire heart was or where the signal rocket landed. It is a little bit over 300 meters, this distance here. And I showed out the wind, but from where it blew this day. Second time on the scene, knowing what I knew then, I went back on 10th of January 2019, and my EOD colleagues gave me a metal detector and a big magnet. The reason for this kind of equipment was because they wanted to find from the heart of the fire the parachute chain, because they said that this may not be there if the signal rocket landed there. And the theoretical heart of fire was, of course, here. That could be seen also on the sea. Unfortunately, I didn't find the chain. But what did I find in the heart of fire? Of all places from the building, there was twisted metal construction in the ceiling and on the floor. Maybe you can see it here, surrounded with red. These were the only places the metal was twisted, and it was the exact spot where the witnesses said the signal rocket landed. Also, I found a metal piece of glass on the floor there. I took it with me. The melting temperature of glass is 1000 degrees, but the rocket temperature, as you may have remembered, it was 1500 degrees. So it may be, the glass may have melted under the signal rocket. Unfortunately, the metal detector went crazy due to all the metal constructions, and the magnet stuck into everything. See, earlier there was very much metal constructions. Experts. Meanwhile, the insurance company hired 2 fire experts to find out the reason of the fire. One of those experts is nationally recognized. That means that there is a specific list of experts that nationality recognizes, and we in Estonia have 1 expert that is nationally recognized. We often work with them together in big cases. We shared information with them. We sat behind the desk with the experts and our EOD colleagues, and I was even more 2 times on the scene with the experts and with the EOD workers. And mainly we had the same opinion that it may have been from the signal rocket. Unfortunately, no more important clues we didn't find, but as what we had, we were pleased with that. But one last time, on 20th March, when the snow melted, the owner called the experts and they called me to visit the place one last time. And then we found near the building, or more precisely, the owner found the inner sleeve, the signal rocket's inner sleeve, that also fires from the let's show you the picture again. From the outer shell, the inner sleeve also fires out and flies somewhere. And we found this very near to the. In conclusion, farming garden burned down entirely, so it was unusable. Witnesses said it started from a signal rocket. Damage over 10 million euros. The heart of the fire could be found, and the signs supported the signal rocket theory. Estonian EOD colleagues helped me a lot with their knowledge and equipment. Expertise considered the signal rocket probable, other reasons unlikely. I was able to read the expertise. Police started misdemeanor but ended without charge because no identified person, no intent. And government started to discuss about fireworks, about the fire hazards with them, but today nothing different. And for my last slide, I'd like to show you what you have to do when you are in a public place and you feel a little cough coming. Then you should act like this. A little piece of advice. But that's all for me. If you have any questions or if you have actually any more time, please ask. If not, then I'll give the next one.
Okay, thank you very much.